I've missed you guys. When I say I've missed you guys, I just want to come over there and give you all a big fat squeeze. How have you been? I feel like we need to have like a little catch up in the comment section, to be honest. I really just wanted to come on here and just do some makeup with you guys. Besties on FaceTime together. Maybe I can teach you a thing or two at the same time. This is the look we did. Very night out-esque. A little bit of glitter in there. It's sexy, smoky. Pretty much how we want to look and feel when we're going out. I kind of just wrapped that up and put it in a makeup look. Attempted. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's been a while. I just appear like... I'm here still. Hello. I love you, and let's just do some makeup, okay? Let's paint our faces together. Grab your shit and let's go. You guys know with looks like this, I like to start with eyes. This is my H&B concealer. It's the Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer. I'm using shade SF 2.5W. This is the shade that I love for my eyes because it's not too light. For a look like this, where it's a little bit smokier, it's nice to go in with a little bit of a darker concealer. Fluffy brush to get that all blended in. I love this concealer so much. Like, it makes a great concealer, but as an eyeshadow base as well. So nice because it's so full coverage. It just completely conceals everything. I like to make sure I get that inner corner too and the outer corner. Slightly bring it under the eye. It will help with any discoloration. This palette right here, bloody beautiful. The new Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry kind of mini palette. The color story of this palette is just like a little neutral dream. You get mattes, shimmers. It's almost like a little bit more cool tone too, which I think is why I love it. Perfect size as well for you to just travel with. Stunning. Okay. Wait, actually, before I do that, let's go in with a little bit of translucent powder just to set that concealer so it doesn't crease on the lids. Okay, we're officially ready. Looks like this. I like to work darkest to lightest. I feel like it just helps with my placement. See this teeny tiny little fluffy brush? This is the Morphe M562. She's perfect. I'm going to grab the black, pressing that right into this outer corner, start buffing that round, almost creating that C shape. I want to make sure this is nice and intense. I'm going to grab a little bit more, press that in. I don't really want to blend this out too much, to be honest. Not yet anyway. I'm just focusing on placing it down. For me, this is my depth shade. And then the medium shade will be like the blender shade. And then the lighter shade is going to be like your diffuser shade. That's kind of how I like to think of things in my head. Picking up a fresh brush now. That's so hard to say. Fresh brush. P. Louise 165. Dark brown. Taking this and using it to just lightly buff out the edges of the black. See how I'm not blending too far, too quick? That's why I want to keep like a nice small brush to keep the control. Go back in, grab some more. You can always add, but you can't take away. See how I'm pulling this bit in as well? Just to give me, like, it's almost like creating like a fake lid for me. Do you see what I mean? I won't have to carve this area out. It's just kind of creating my shape for me. Really light pressure. I'm almost holding like the end of the brush like this. Don't forget to buff out that lid area too. As you can see, I still need to blend this area here. It's not looking seamless yet. I kind of want this outer corner to be really like buffed out and blurred. Sultry, sexy. That's the vibe of the night out, you know? So this shade here on a bigger kind of fluffier brush. This shade's actually a little bit more warm, which is nice because it will kind of blur in with the skin a little bit better. At this point, I kind of just switch between all the brushes and almost like intensify anything that I want. So I'll go back in with the black. Obviously, where we've blended, we've kind of diffused everything out. And then I'll go back in with the brown, whatever's left on the brush, just to blur. Same with the lighter shade. Get it to look how you want, you know? Take your time. See, this is the fun part because we're going to just make it a little bit more groovy now. I love a matte glam. I really do. But when you're going out, adding a little bit of shimmer, like in lighting, you know, when you go to like a cool bar or something and they have like some sick lighting, the shimmer in that lighting, 10 out of 10. This pigment from TIK TOK Cosmetics, guys, it is so stunning. I would just use this, but I currently don't have a base to stick this down with because it's a loose pigment. But actually, I think this is going to be an even better base than like a glitter glue. Made by Mitchell Blush in Drip Drip. It's like a silver. Gently scrape off most of it because I just want like a light wash. This little kind of lid that we've made for ourselves, that's where I'm going to put this. You might even want to grab a brush just to kind of pat that out even more. To be honest, this is beautiful on its own, but it's night out glam. We're going to go extra. Before Drip Drip dries, just pick some of this up, tap it off. Again, I don't want a lot. Picture it like a light wash of shimmer. That's the best way to describe it. Look at that. Like if you literally want this color on your eyeballs, you can get that color on your eyeballs. You're in control. You've got the makeup products. It just depends how much you use, how much you put on. Drip Drip, for example, I can literally make it look like that, or I can literally tap it out and make it look like a light wash of colour. It's up to you. Oh my god, I'm literally covered in glitter. How stunning is that? With like a nice lash as well. Just finishes it off so perfectly. To line my lash line, I'm going to go in with a gel liner. I want something really matte along my lash line. It's going to give my lashes something to sit against, but also it's going to just like make it 10 times smokier. I'm going to use the Toxic Trait Gel Eyeliner from Pink Honey on my little painted brush. This is J5. I want that nice and coated. Don't be afraid to get right in that inner corner. When we do that waterline, you have that like 360 lined eye. Just looks so good. While we're here, let's do the waterline. Look at that. We've gone from smoky to smoky. Capital letters. I just chucked on a quick coat of mascara. So for lashes, I really wanted to use my designer lashes. I think they're in the style, I don't know if it's DL or HL, it's one of the two, 104. They're stunning. It's all I want to wear at the moment. But the pair I was wearing, it's actually kind of a bit embarrassing. Like, they looked grey. They were that crusty. So instead, I'm going to go in with my trusty Lulubell's LH02. These are like a fluffy little winged half lash dream. And I think with this look, they'll look great. Using the end of the lash tweezer, I just like to press along the lash line to make sure it's fully stuck. How cute is that lash? Super fluffy on the outer corner, which I feel like works with the eyeshadow look. So we've got the depth there, just adds to the drama even more. I love. Pretty, but it was easy to do. Just see it as kind of depth in the outer corner, a bit of shimmer in the inner, with a big lash to finish. That's all. You can do it. I believe. Okay, for the rest of the eyes, I will finish that once I do skin. You know the drill. I'm going to jump off camera, do this eye, and then I'll be back for skin, okay? For skin, I have already done my like skin prep in terms of like skincare, moisturizer, things like that. So we're going to go straight in with primer. Safe to say I need a new one of these. She's looking so sad. This is one of my favorite gripping primers, guys. I actually like to go in with two primers, especially when I'm going out and I want like longevity with my makeup. I like a gripping primer, something that's going to really grip onto the foundation and make it last. And then I like a pore filling primer because they're like the two things for me that I kind of like to work with. Gripping and something that's kind of catered towards my skin. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be able to get any of that out. Gotta do what we gotta do. By the way, this is the Beauty Crop Cherie primer. This is so good. I would say one of the better gripping primers out there. There's kind of hydrating ingredients in this, so you don't get that peeling. Some gripping primers, if you don't put on like the perfect amount, it starts to peel up your makeup, get weird texture and like beading on the skin. This won't do that. When I say this stuff makes your makeup last as well, trust me. Pore primers, I kind of just switch between a lot, to be honest, but I'm going to use the P. Louise Blocker Clock today. Oh, scared the shit out of me. T-zone area. I warm it up like this, kind of buff it into the skin almost. And then once you've got like a rough blend, I start to tap it into the skin. It's going to push that primer into the skin, which I know sounds gross, but it really will pore fill. Oh, perfect. One more step. Now this is extra, but trust me on this. Setting spray as primer. You're going to be laughing. So this is one of my favorites, is again the Beauty Crop Pore Filter Mattifying Mist. Nice generous layer. This sandwich between your makeup steps too, another winner. This one is catered towards my skin type, which is more on the oily side. It's got like micro sort of fine powder in, polymers in here, which is the thing that kind of creates that veil on the skin, which is what sets the skin, makes it last. This is a great one. I think this is like my third one of these. That's how much I love this. This product right here, guys, don't sleep on this, okay? Don't be fooled by the fact that it describes it as a skin tin. Best way to describe this is like a skin tin feel on the skin, but covers like a foundation. Maybelline Superstay Skin Tin. I use the shade 36. I think I actually need to get a new one of these soon, really. Forgot to say, if I have any kind of really bad breakouts, my favourite thing to do is go in before my foundation with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer Pot. It's the best for covering breakouts. My skin's behaving at the moment though, so I don't need it. I mean, I've got a little something going on here, but that's okay. I keep getting questions on this brush. This is what I use to blend in foundation. You get it with the H&B Skin Tin. I don't think it comes separate. Guys, for foundation though, it's so nice. See how it just like buffs into the skin so easily? See how it's almost skin-like, but it actually covers. To be fair, foundation, especially when I'm doing like night out glam, is something I kind of switch up. It depends on the day really. The Maybelline one is like my lighter option almost, but I do like my Be Perfect Chroma Cover, my KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation. It really just depends which one I pick up, you know? But I've really been loving the Maybelline Skin Tin at the moment. And I feel like it's good for all skin types too, which is a winner. The way this concealer has not left my hands. Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This used to be my favourite concealer ever to exist. Ever. I use this all the time, and here we are repicking it back up. Guys, I've fallen in love with it all over again. Don't you love that? I love doing that, like going through my drawers and kind of falling back in love with products. But this is stunning. Full coverage, melts into the skin like butter. What shade am I? I'm vanilla. Well, vanilla's the shade that I have. This is definitely expired, by the way. Need to get myself a new one. It works fine still. So my favorite way to blend my concealer at the moment, the Lash Filter Baby Facelift Pro Brush. Look at this, it's so cute. Start on the chin, buff that in, and then I make my way up. So lip, nose, forehead. See how it's the perfect size to fit between your brows, above your brows, because it's got that little point. It just hugs everywhere. My favorite part, underneath the eye. Look at that. Look at the way it just like fits so perfectly in that inner corner, down the side of your nose too for your nose contour. This is almost like my rough blends. This is kind of mapping it out. Look at that coverage though, and that's stunning. Oh, sorry guys, I just had to plug you in, battery. Anyway, this is how I blend the rest. So setting spray again. Damp Beauty Sponge. This is by Fine Cosmetics. It's so nice. I pretty much go over like the edges of stuff to make sure that everything is like seamless into the skin. And then whatever's left on this brush, the lash filter one, excess concealer, I put here, like at the corners of my mouth. It gives me like an extra sculpt. See that? I've not even like bronzed yet, but it almost sculpts the skin straight away. If you're like me and when you go out you want to be like really bronzed, like tanned, bronzed, this is what you need, because it just melts into the complexion and almost just looks like, well, exactly that. P. Louise Cheek of It bronzer. This is in the shade Caramelted. There is a little sponge in there, by the way. Mine's just stuck. I have tried to get it out. It doesn't want to come out. Squeeze and just kind of dot it on my skin like this. I then like to switch over to the Beauty Crop Juice Pop Bronze for my nose because it's got like a little applicator like this. Look how easy that is to do the nose. Perfect size. This is in Almond. Blending that in with a P. Louise F3 brush. You'll see this literally just melt into the skin, you know? So easy to use. Also, I will leave all the brushes and stuff I use down below because knowing me, I will forget. Like, look at that on my forehead. See how bronzy this side of my face looks? It's almost like a serum-y formula. So when you do tap it in, it just blurs in with the rest of your cream products. It doesn't even look like I've put a particular product down. It just looks like I'm bronzy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my brain. The brush I use for my concealer, whatever's left on it, I just press here. Almost follow your eye shape. I don't know if you can tell, but it's almost like snatched this area of my face a bit more. I love doing this when I want that more like fierce, just overall look. It's just a good little tip. Cream blush, we are using Jordana Tisha in the shade It's Casual. So this is the blusher duo. Comes with the cream, which is this on the bottom, and then there's a powder on top. It's genius, especially if you want to keep that colour throughout the entire makeup, like cream into powders. Picking this up on my By Caitlin Collection Base Bestie. What makes these blushers even better is they're so blurring. I'll use the powder too and you'll see what I mean. But this is just the nicest peachy, pinky, like just perfect in between shade, especially with a look like this. I don't want to go too pink. Gives the skin that flush of colour without being too intense. I don't know, I don't want it too blushy, which I know that sounds crazy because I'm a blush, but sometimes we want to be a bit more chill, like with looks like this, you know? We want skin that's going to go with every outfit. Sometimes I find if I go too pink, I feel like I need to wear pink almost. Right, let's get this nose blended quick. Quickly tap out any creasing before we set. Trusty Pink Honey Carrier Collab Powder Puff and my Jordana Tisha Set and Brighten Powder Duo. This is the shade Half Baked. That is half baked. Yeah, it is half baked. I had to check them. Look how blurred and smoothed. No, it's not a filter. It's just this bloody powder. I literally can't put this powder down, to be honest with you. I don't want to use any other powder at the moment. That's how much this has taken over my makeup. I love it as well because you get the loose, which is going to set the skin, and then on top is a powder that's slightly brighter than the loose, so you can brighten the under eye too. And that means I can take the pressed version like out in my bag with me. So for top ups throughout the night, guys, perfect. Picking up some more. I'm going to use it to set the rest of my face as well. I swear that powder is what makes everything look more airbrushed and blurred. People always say to me, Jordan, how do you use that much powder? And it's like, my skin first of all can take it. I have more oily skin, so my skin's just used to it, I guess you could say. But not only that, but this is what sets your makeup, guys. This is what's going to create longevity in your makeup. Don't be afraid of a little bit of powder. Obviously, if you have really dry skin, then you might have to think twice. Setting sprays exist so you can melt everything in afterwards. I basically like to set my face to a point where like when I touch it, it doesn't feel tacky. For me, a foundation powder is always a must. This is the She Glam Skin Focus High Coverage Powder Foundation in the shade Sand. As easy as a big fluffy brush. Dusting of this over my entire face. It will also dust off any excess powder on the skin, any bake that I have left on as well. I use this to dust it off because it is a foundation powder. It will take away any sort of like grey casts, or I feel like it just brings the skin back to life. And it will give you a little bit of coverage as well, which is not going to hurt us. I might bore you with my bronzer choice. It is Matte Give Me Sun. Okay, on a Beauty Bay BB104 brush. Guys, this is just my favourite. Sometimes you just got to think, why fix something if it's not broke? You know, I tap it on and then I'll kind of buff. Honestly, it just makes me look like a little bronzed babe. It's an OG, it's a ride or die. Pretty much just going over everything I did with the cream bronzer, apart from my nose. We're just intensifying what we've already got down. It's also another layer, which means it's going to last longer. We're setting it. For blush, I'm just taking the powder side of the It's Casual blush from Jordana Tisha. See how that matches perfectly with the cream? I feel like it just looks really coherent, like everything on the skin. How stunning is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Seeker highlighter? It's stunning on the skin as well. Just wait. So good. I've heard that this is almost like the Amrezy ABH dupe, like re-released, which I'm so here for. Just gonna hit the nose. I'm kind of just making the skin look glowy again, but with it being set so it will last, do you know what I mean? But yeah, how stunning. It's like one of those wet looking highlighters as well. The kind of formula that doesn't look powdery, it just melts into the skin. I know highlighters these days, you don't need to spend a bomb. This one does feel luxe though, even the packaging, like she's heavy. Another layer of setting spray. Real quick, let's finish up under these eyes. Guys, I want a little bit of smokiness. I'm going to mix the brown and the black from that same palette. Basically, you want to press this into the lash line. I don't want to drag it down too far because I feel like it almost drags my eye down. Like I want to keep with this sort of shape. I kind of see it as I'm just smoking out the waterline. Guys, we're almost done. Last step, lips. This is a new favorite, like nude lip combo for me. Going in with my Made by Mitchell liner. This is in Honeysuckle. Fill it in a little bit, like kind of bring it into the center, get those corners. The lipstick part, this is the liquid lipstick from Made by Mitchell. It's called the Boom, not Boom. The shade Soft Silk. Tiny bit dabbed in the middle. How cute is that? I know it's a little bit like pinky for this look. I just love the lip in general. I feel like it's the perfect like soft glam colour. You guys know I love a matte lip and I do love this matte. However, when I go out, I typically do reach for a gloss. Kind of depends. If I'm going out for food, I'm more like a matte lip and then I'll take a gloss in my bag for afterwards. But if it's drinks and stuff, I always like a gloss. And this one is one of my favourites, guys. It's the Rimmel Thrill Seeker Glassy Gloss in the shade Cocoa Sugar. This, first of all, smells fucking incredible. It smells unbelievable, but this is just going to change like your gloss life, guys. It really is like a glassy gloss. I love it so much. Honestly, this is the only gloss I'm wearing at the moment. That's how good it is. Are you kidding? Rimmel, this is my favourite launch that you've done in a while. I love them. They're so good. The best part, where they're like slightly thicker, they're not sticky, but where they're slightly thicker, they last. It's not one of those glosses you have to keep like touching up every 4 seconds. I even wear these with no makeup. Like I just put these on and it just gives like the highest shine, glossy lip that's hydrating at the same time. These are bomb. Oh my God, wait, I almost forgot my nose contour. Benefit Hoola. Just a little something here and a little something here. One more layer of setting spray for good luck. Lock your hard work in, okay? The fact that I've done this makeup and it's literally 20 to 1 in the morning. I'm not going anywhere, guys. It's a Sunday. That is making me sad because she's kind of cute. Anyways, I hope you love it. If you do recreate this look, you know what to do. Tag me. I love seeing the looks that you guys do. Thank you for joining me. And is she back doing the makeup content? Yeah.